Remember the before times?
Every night I sit here by my window, listening to the latest evening news, watching CNN alone here with my mask on, and thinking about the things we used to do. Like a day at North Park, like a shuttle on dart, like a Mavericks game. Will our lives ever be the same? Things that we don't do now, things they're just not allowed. Thinking about the things we used to do. Memories are all I have to cling to, and I only talk to friends when we're on Zoom. When I'm not thinking of just now when my rent's due. Well, I'm thinking about that vaccine number 2. Like the line at Fair Park, in my car in the dark. But when they took me inside, got my shot and I almost cried. Things, I'm feeling better now. Things, ain't it crazy how I'm thinking about all the things I wanna do. Someday we'll hear that Dallas Symphony playing, and Theater 3, oh how I've missed you too. We'll go fetch another round at Albernays in old Uptown and start going about all those things we used to do. I like a flight to New York, a meal in Victory Park, like a stadium crowd. Give me a hug for crying out loud. Things, I'm feeling better now. Things, ain't it crazy how I'm thinking about all the things we're gonna do. Grab your coat, let's head to DFW. To all you frontline workers, thanks and God bless you. Listening to the latest evening news.
We are our brother's keepers. Sometimes an intervention is required.
Oh, hey guys, what's up? Did we have a call scheduled for today?
Dave, we need to talk.
Ooh, well, this sounds serious.
No joking around, Dave. This is serious.
Okay, so what is this?
We found this. And we need to talk.
This is nothing at all. There's no reason to get worked up about this, really.
Dave, this is a personal injury car wreck case.
Eddie, what did you tell them?
You need help. That's why I called all of them.
Look, we know what this means, Dave.
Oh, you do you, Hank? Well, I'll tell you, what do you think this means?
It means you're taking litigation files.
Look, this firm has composed entirely of transactional lawyers. It's been that way for over 100 years. No trials. None of those kind of cases.
Guys, it's one little case.
You know as well as any of us that this kind of case, it's a gateway case. Before you know it, you'll be taking toxic torts, products liability.
Class actions.
Oh, stop being melodramatic. That's never gonna happen.
How did this case even get into our office?
A friend of mine referred it to me. She and I are in the same section down at the Bar Association.
I knew it, God, I knew it. Those bar functions full of those,
Litigators.
Litigators.
Guys, it's not like I'm a litigator now. I'm just, experimenting.
That's what Lucretia said.
You remember Lucretia, Dave. Do you know where she is now? Do you? She has her face on the sides of buses. Buses!
You know, I hear she's advertising now during daytime television. Out there practically begging for any sort of injury case she can get her.
Looking for another fix.
The tramp.
Oh, don't you think you're overreacting here?
Don't you think you're playing with fire?
Yeah, you really haven't fully thought this out, have you?
Is that a leading question?
God,
You know what,
no!
Hank? You can't
It's
cross-examine me.
catching.
Don't you see what you're doing to us?
You're tearing us apart.
Oh, for crying out loud. Hello, this is Dave. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. Yes. You know what? I've already talked to my client. We'll accept that offer. I'm going to get you instructions on how to make payment. You get me a release and a dismissal. Get the case closed as quick as we can. Hey, thanks, Elizabeth. You have a great afternoon. Well, guys, you don't have to worry about that case anymore. It just settled for $50,000.
50,000?
Just like that?
Now, what bar association is this again?
Did you ever wonder what the judge really thinks about you and your case?
If you wanna make some trial here, think I know, and it'll be a wild ride. I had a premonition that we took a deposition, and the witness couldn't tell the lie. Looked up in the eyes, never compromise. I thought I just the way I like. If you feel like you need a mentor, then it's plain to see you've met me at the perfect time. Demo prep, building blocks, a jury trial. Our first trial. We're litigating. We're litigating.
I'm one of the greatest, ain't no debating on it. I'm still litigating even when I'm medicated. Ironic, I make the law, yet they never finding for me. The clients that love me, give me star rating. Been fighting hard for the cases, this will run thin on retainer. Like a diving camp, doing a perfect double gainer.
You can't match what we out here doing. Can't throw us off because we master legal moving. Oh yeah, let's go. First class, badass litigating with stars, legal reaper and tornado.
We used to lace our shoes for the ambulances we chasing. Took the slip and falls, was a better situation.
We rose up and put the squeeze on you. Hit hard and got our bread up.
We won so many trials, they all run together.
Weight of the law in our briefings and kept our rates up.
You should just give up.
We got
Double prep and comprehension, building blocks, a case construction, a jury trial, we're litigating. First class, not right, must get more tight, we get in all night, then we shepherd.
We're litigating.
It's right, think right, see the light, reach done, just right, win our case tonight.
We're litigating.
The other side will try to get the fight, the other side can try to hold the line. We're all gonna have to try to try.
We're litigating.
The other side will try to get the fight, the other side can try to hold the line. We're all gonna have to try to try.
Litigating's my career, watch it blast off.
Outsmart the competition, work my ass off.
and even if I wanted to, I can't stop.
Litigating's my career, watch it blast off.
Outsmart the competition, work my ass off.
And even if I wanted to, I can't stop.
Demo prep and doc reduction, building blocks of case instruction, a jury trial, we're litigating. First drafts, not right, must get more tight, we edit all night, then we shepherdize, we're litigating.
The other side will try to get the fight, the other side can try to hold the line. But we're gonna match the side to side,
We're litigating.
The other side will try to get the fight, the other side can try to hold the line. We're in to hold the line, That's right.
Airtime is expensive. Sometimes a lawyer's got to talk fast to make his pitch.
Are you worried that the coronavirus is sending your professional life into a tailspin? Are you afraid that being homebound is preventing you from meaningfully interacting with your client? Are you concerned that you might need a lawyer yourself because you've just reenacted several gory scenes from The Shining with your unwilling family after having binge-watched the entire first season of Emily in Paris? Twice? Well, you're not alone. Hi, I'm Lou Lefkowitz, and I might just be able to help. Folks, practicing law in the midst of a raging pandemic with no end in sight is quite simply a professional nightmare scenario. You can't go back to your office and observe your firm's social distancing guidelines because you still employ Karen, that paralegal with boundary issues who refuses to wear a mask because Thomas Jefferson never wore one. Foregoing the practice of law altogether is out of the question because, well, you're not qualified to do anything else. And you can't maintain an office at home because the constant presence of your spouse, children, and pets only serves as a grim reminder that lawyers are genetically incapable of forming meaningful personal bonds with anyone or anything. And even if you do acknowledge the need to adapt your practice to the constant and seemingly permanent threat of a global health crisis, how are you going to enact any meaningful change without losing massive amounts of money? Well, a recent study conducted by furloughed legal recruiters subsisting on nothing but cheese fries and carrot juice in an abandoned polling station in Atlanta, Georgia, has determined that lawyers who do not treat the coronavirus as a legitimate risk to their business will eventually, A, succumb to crushing legal debt from which no amount of government stimulus can rescue them, B, get attacked by a disgruntled mob of angry and maskless clients who think their business is the only one suffering from the coronavirus, or C, become board certified in tax law. What an array of miserable choices. But worry not, O trapped attorneys, a revolutionary new option is available. Thanks to generous donations by the Centers for Disease Control, the ABA Coronavirus Task Force, and Arby's, you can now book a spot at the Lou Lefkowitz Professional Pandemic Practice Pods and Therapy Hub. That's right, folks, at the Lou Lefkowitz Professional Pandemic Practice Pods and Therapy Hub, you can continue to diligently represent your clients in a germ and colleague-free environment without having to deal with any of the thorny ethical issues that invariably arise when lawyers are allowed to build time without any meaningful oversight into their activities. Each of our hermetically sealed practice pods is fully equipped with all the tools and technologies you'll need to assure your clients that your practice is continuing to thrive despite massive virus-based economic hardships. Want to convince your handful of clients that you're busier than you actually are? Well, each practice pod comes equipped with our patented digital assistant, Louie, who can be programmed to interrupt client conference calls with completely realistic and human-sounding messages like this one.
I have Jeff Bezos on line 7. He says it's urgent.
Concerned that a threadbare environment might deter future clients from sending you work? Well, thanks to breakthrough technology, virtual reality, our practice pods can be adapted to make it look like you're working in any one of a vast array of legal-based locations. Places like a busy law office, at the scene of a grisly accident, even arguing before the Supreme Court. Each background is meticulously crafted to reassure your clients that the coronavirus isn't stopping you from jetting about the globe on important legal business. And if you're worried that you still might contract the coronavirus in one of our practice pods, well, guess again. We've installed atomizers in each practice pod, which steadily disperse my patented blend of caffeine, Listerine, taurine, hydroxychloroquine, beta-carotene, and bleach. You'll be safe and fully energized for any legal crisis that might come your way. But now you're saying, Lou, I'm a litigator and I enjoy the thrill of doing battle in the courtroom for my clients. How can I get that experience when I'm alone in a practice pod? Well, worry not, cabin-fevered counselors. We've got you covered. Each practice pod can be fully adjusted so that you can continue to diligently represent your clients at trial or in a hearing while still experiencing all the sensations which continue to give you that litigation adrenaline rush. Missing the smells of the courtroom? Well, we've got you covered. Simply set the atomizers in your practice pod to litigator and choose from a wide variety of courthouse aromas. Scents like cigarette smoke, perspiration, stale coffee, thousand-hand touched hearing posting, old ham sandwich, and my personal favorite, bailiff. You'll be sniffing your way to victory in no time. But smell isn't the only sense that'll be stimulated here. Thanks to advances in virtual reality, you'll be able to see, hear, and feel what appears to be actual spittle coming from opposing counsel's mouth as he demands sanctions against you for failing to include zip codes in your interrogatory answers. And if you suddenly come across an argument you didn't anticipate and need time to respond, it's Louie to the rescue, as he interrupts the hearing with completely realistic and human-sounding messages like this one.
I have Jeff Bezos on line 7. He says it's urgent.
With such cutting-edge technology, you may never want to go back to a real courtroom ever again. Now, how much would you pay for this once-in-a-lifetime experience? Many law firms have paid as much as $99.95 for a single roll of highly abrasive toilet paper with bits of wood still floating in it because the pandemic has diminished their regular supply of highly abrasive toilet paper with no bits of wood floating in it. But I'm willing to give you an entire year in the Lou Lefkowitz Professional Pandemic Practice Pods and Therapy Hub for 3 ridiculously low, easy-to-pay monthly installments of just $19.95. That's right. For less than what it costs for you to boost your internet speed so that your Zoom calls drop out only 50% of the time, you can stay safe and secure secure while you feverishly attempt to gain ground in the ever-changing practice of virus law. But don't take my word for it. Step in today or visit our website at www.lutube.com. And if you come in within the next 72 hours, I'll throw in at no additional charge your very own Jewish space laser. That's right, immolate acres of California forest land, melt them in voting machines into puddles of steel, and perform surprisingly accurate home circumcisions, secure in the knowledge that Jewish space lasers aren't really a thing. Or are they? How to get to Lou Lefkowitz? You know how to get to Lou Lefkowitz. Take the 183 highway to the Richmond, Doomstown, Tricolor area, past the Trinity River, and you're there. Remember, just for coming into Lou Lefkowitz, I will give you a free MP3 download of Josh Hawley's new Nina-inspired song, Way More Than 99 Misled Buffoons, with every purchase over $49.95.
Bar None has been raising money for the Sarah T. Hughes Diversity Scholarships for more than 3 decades, helping make the profession look more like our community.
Started back in '85, Bar None made it come alive. The Dallas Bar Foundation led the way. Singers, dancers, funny skits, spoofing all the news that fits for scholarships from Sarah Hughes and May. We sing thank you, Sarah Hughes, from our heart. Judge Sarah Hughes, you showed us how to choose. You showed us how to for Judge Sarah Hughes. Please do your part. So thank you, Sarah Hughes, from our heart. We've got more diversity right here in our community. For that we're thankful to you evermore. Year 1 we got off the ground, 36 we're still around. We've raised $2 million even more. Hey, hey, thank you, Sarah Hughes, from our heart. Judge Sarah Hughes, it's what each year we do. Here and now our for Judge Sarah Hughes. Please do your part. Thanks to you, Sarah Hughes, from our heart, from our heart. So please don't refuse. Give us good reviews, yes, and spread the big news. It's a start. Please do your part. We sing thank you, Sarah Hughes, from our heart.
Every night I sit here by my window, listening to the latest evening news, watching CNN alone here with my mask on, and thinking about the things we used to do, like a day at North Park, like a shuttle dart, like a Mavericks game. Will our lives ever be?
Looked up in the eyes, never compromise. I'm fun just the way I like. If you feel like you need a mentor, then it's plain to see you've met me at the perfect time. Demo prep, building blocks, a jury trial.
36 we're still around. We've raised $2 million even more. Hey, hey, thank you, Sarah Hughes, from our heart. Judge Sarah Hughes, it's what each year we do. Here and now our for Judge Sarah Hughes. Please do your part. Thanks to you, Sarah Hughes, from our heart, from our heart. So please don't refuse. Give us good reviews, yes, and spread the big news. It's a start. Please do your part.